This call is from a person currently in a prison in England. All calls are logged and recorded and may be listened to by a member of prison staff. If you do not wish to accept this call, please hang up now.
The 30th of December 2024, HMP Thameside, IDTS Wing. Goodness gracious me, may my competency be damned. I've just been given a list. Right, these have to be done. You've got to find the people on this list who I haven't done and then send them on their 5-day review. Holy smokes, I thought, with maybe a slight shit or two in there. My induction for the healthcare champion job had come, and it was trial by fire. It consisted of effectively a game of Where's Wally, scrambling around the wing, asking for people's names to highlight them on the list and then send them to the doctor for review. The list had their names on as well as their pad, but nobody is in their pad because it's social time. So I had to systematically ask people their names and tell them to go upstairs to the doctor if they were on the list. I was stuck on the last 2 people. It turned out that they were in education, so I'd technically completed the list of, or at least what I could do anyway. Current worker whose job would be taken over asked if I'd actually seen the one that had marked off the list go into the doctor's office. I said no. I just presumed that they would because I told them. They said I need to watch or even walk them into the doctor's room. They said, remember what wing this is and what people are like. They instructed me. You need a bit of clout. Sometimes you have to pull them away from people they're talking to, and if you don't listen, you have to tell them, okay, don't go over, and your medication's going to stop today, and that will get them moving. So it was like a game of Where's Wally, as well as herding sheep. I literally have no idea why I was elected to do this. Anyway, we had to check who had been to the doctor's office and who hadn't since I told them. So we went to the doctor to compare their list to ours. All but one person had been seen, besides one who was waiting outside to see the doctor anyway. I called one coming back on a wing from education and shepherded them to the doctor just before the doc was done for the afternoon. So overall, job's a good one. Besides that, I brushed and scrubbed my pad so it's smelling fresh, and I was expecting a haircut next, but got handed 2 lists before I could get a trim. I was told that the job was mine at the same time as getting the list. Damn it. Anyway, it was social/exercise time before tea, which we get a bit earlier because we get our canteen later tonight. Luckily, most people were in their pad still, so I told them to go to the doctor. One person needed telling them multiple times to go to the doctor, and with a couple, I had to ask if they were eating on the landing and shouting their name at the dinner queue. Rakesh, Rakesh, Rakesh. Eventually, somebody prodded next to them in the dinner queue. Then he pointed at me. So I just looked at him and said, Rakesh, don't you know your own name? I said instantly once I identified them. I think subconsciously I was aware that I didn't want to appear like somebody who should be ignored. As if I'm going around this wing and I'm shouting people's names and getting ignored, I just look like a divvy. So I had to just fully just put people on the spot. Basically, I swear this lad just stood right next to me while I'm shouting his name, and he's fully just ignoring me until somebody poked him. His fucking head was in the clouds, So I basically accused him of not knowing his own name. After all, almost everybody in the queue was watching me do this for the first time as well. I said, "You're in the wrong queue. Don't queue up for the doctor now." He didn't move though. He just stood in the dinner queue. I said, "Leave your dinner for after the doctor, or do you want your food to go cold? Because you're going to see the doctor first anyway." I appear to be unnatural, though prison work is very much not my nature. I have to confirm with the doc who they've seen. I did a good job, though I did lose the list of names the doctor asked back off me, or somebody stole them as I quickly put it down, maybe outside my pad. I don't think I did lose it. I'm sure I gave it to a school on reflection. Canteen came, and I have an accumulation of things now. Chocolates and sweets still from last week. I'm most happy with my Colgate toothpaste and Horlicks, which is Lang. Now it's time for Deep Space Nine, then Voyager. I hope I don't have to get up early to work this job. Apparently the last person quit because he wasn't being paid. The screws know I won't do slave labour, and they better believe it.
Thank you for tuning in to Diary of a Political Prisoner. What was a shortlisted for you was a period of time in prison for me. So please make sure that you subscribe on whatever podcast player you're listening on to be notified of future episodes. Each episode was recorded in a prison cell as I'm held on remand for allegedly being involved in a Palestine action to disrupt and destroy weapons in a genocidal Israeli arms factory under Section 5 of the Terrorism Act. My diary is a podcast only to give you something in the hope that you can give help and support to my mum and son, which I can't do by any other means from prison. In supporting them, for £5 a month, you can get a week's worth of episodes in advance every Monday. For £10 a month, you'll get the week's worth of episodes. Plus, I'll respond to any question you have in a monthly question and answer episode on my Patreon at patreon.com/politicalprisonerpod. For £25 a month or humanitarian aid tier, you get all of the above while knowing my little boy is supported and happy. One-time donations can be made by emailing or messaging my producer on social media. Media/collaboration inquiries are on the same line as senders and inbox. If you can't support me family in my absence, please follow the podcast on Instagram if you're going to be listening. Please follow on Twitter, all of our socials. Our handle is Diary Pol Prisoner. Please share them and this podcast with your friends. It's free to do and it helps this project grow. You can also send me a prisoner email or letters, drawings, anything like that. Links to everything mentioned can be found in the podcast description below. Thank you, love and solidarity.